we are here to present Jignasa study project on e-authentication system. We are from Government Degree College for Women's, Karimnagar. Our team members are Anusha, Anjali, Rashmita, Anusha and as well as Sanjana. Under the supervision of Dr. D. Srinivas sir, Assistant Professor of Computer Science and Application, Government Degree College for Women, Karimnagar. Now I will be focusing on introduction first. E-authentication, short of electronic authentication, refers to process of verifying the identity of individual system or entities in online or digital environment. Authentication is a crucial component of digital security, ensuring that only authorized users or system gain to sensitive information, resources or services. E-authentication is employed in various online contexts such as assessing personal accounts, conducting financial transactions or interacting with secure systems. Next, I will be focusing on authentication factors first. Next, knowledge base. This involves something which user knows. For example, password, pin codes and as well as other questions of the security questions. Next, if we'll be talking you about possession based. If we talk about possession based, it involves something where user has such as mobile device, security token and as well as smart card. If we talk about biometric based, it involves something unique which the user physical characteristics such as fingerprints, facial recognition and as well as iris scans. Next, digital certificates. If we talk about digital certificates, these digital certificates are electronic credentials. These verify the identity of an entity or user. They are often used in SLS and as well as TLS protocols to secure online communication. Biometric authentication. Biometric authentication uses unique biological characters to verify identity. Common biometric methods include fingerprint scan, facial recognition, iris recognition and as well as voice recognition. Risk-based authentication. This approach associated with the risk associated with a particular transaction or access attempt. If the risk is deemed high, identical authentication measures may be triggered. Next, I will be focusing on objective of the study. If we talk about identity verification, confirming the identity of individuals or entities involved in online transaction is a primary objective. This helps unauthorized access and ensures that parties are how to claim user authentication. User authentication promotes granting appropriate access permissions based on verified identities is crucial. E-authentication system aims to authorize users to access specific resources or perform certain base or authentication identity. If we talk about confidentiality, protecting sensitive information for unauthorized access in a key goal. E-authentication measures contribute to maintain or confidentiality of data during electronic transactions. Secure information. Secure information includes e-authentication helps in establishing secure channels of communication, often though the use of encryption protocols. These ensures that information exchange between parties is protected from eavesdropping and interception. Fraud prevention. If we talk about fraud prevention, detecting and preventing fraudulent activities such as identifying of theft or unauthorized access. It is a crucial objective of e-authentication system. Employs various techniques and identify to mitigate potential fraudulent behavior. Accessibility. If we talk about accessibility, e-authentication system should be accessible to users with device needs, considering factors such as disabilities and language preferences without compromising security. By achieving these objectives, e-authentication contributes to building trust trust in online transactions and as well as providing the widespread adoption of electronic services and as well as enhancing the overall secure posture of digital environment. Thank you. Now the presentation will be continued, my friend.
I am Anusha. My topic is methodology of study. There are 4 types of authentication schemes: local authentication, centralized authentication, global centralized authentication, and web application. There are many ways to authenticate a user, and each platform has different methods that they use: objective and scope, regularity assessment, risk assessment, user requirement analysis. Clearly articulate the objectives of the e-authentication system, identifying the types of transactions and services that require authentication. Understand and document relevant regulations and compliance requirements that impact the e-authentication system. Ensure that the system aligns with industry standards and legal frameworks. Conduct a comprehensive risk assessment to identify potential threats and associated with the e-authentication process. Evaluate the potential impact of security breaches and non-compliance. Identify and analyze the requirements of the end users. Consider factors such as user demographics and user experience to design an authentication process that meets the needs of its intended users. Technology assessment. Evaluate availability, authentication technologies